Y'all, welcome to BJ Gaming. This new series we're doing right here is MLB The Show. Right now, we're just gonna skim through the first parts of it, the draft combine, and then we'll show you what team we got drafted and what Double A team we're gonna play for.
Welcome back to MLB Tonight. I'm Robert Flores, here alongside with former GM Dan O'Dowd and baseball researcher Sarah Langs. MLB Draft Combine is coming up. It's always an exciting time. Dan, what can we expect? What are you going to be looking for?
Well, Robert, for me, this is one of the most important events on the baseball calendar each and every year. If you look at it, all the clubs get a chance to answer the questions they have on the players. And then all the best players in the country get to showcase their skills in front of 30 clubs. So, I'm just really excited to see what's going to happen.
Sarah, it's a 4-day event. It's held at Chase Field in Phoenix. What advanced metrics can players and viewers expect to see?
There's so much data with this event. Part of why I love it so much, and I've been there every time this has been held. So glad we're back again. For pitchers, you got pitch velocity, you got spin rate, you got extension. For hitters, we have your exit velocity, launching, and of course the distance on those home runs.
Well, congratulations and good luck to all the young athletes as they continue their journey to hopefully one day land in the big leagues.
Got me like a friend, what confuses me though is kisses when we breathe. Tell me what's the deal, yo. Now you caught my heart for the evening. Kiss my cheek, moved in, you confuse things. Should I just sit out or...
Welcome to day one of the MLB Draft Combine from Chase Field in Arizona. The top high school and college player prospects showcased their skills this week, giving all MLB clubs another opportunity to evaluate this year's draft class. It should be an impactful few days here in the desert. Alongside Sarah Langs, I'm Dan O'Dowd, and it's time for batting practice. So let's focus on what's happening down in the cage.
But next man ain't...
Take a walk with the full moon, roll button and zipped up.
The velocity, which means we can look at how often a player is hitting the ball hard. In this day and age, hitting the ball hard has an actual definition. That's 95 plus miles an hour. And why do we care about that? Because in today's game, if you hit the ball hard, you're going to hit about 500 on those batted balls with a 1,000 slugging percentage. Another stat we'll look at is launch angle, and what we define as a sweet spot batted ball is 8 to 32 degrees of launch angle, basically a line drive. So I'll be looking at how often these players will be making that kind of contact as well.
Think about big league players like Alvarez, Judge, Ohtani, Trout. Their hard hit ball data is crazy. Their launch angles are very, very, very consistent. And you add all the things that we're evaluating, and think about, Sarah, the pressure these young players are under right now is probably the most pressure-packed BP these players have ever taken in their careers. Solid round of batting practice, showed great presence in the box, stayed through the ball exceptionally well. No panic at all in the swing. I would just like to see him cover all parts of the zone a little bit better. Sarah, we're into infield play now. I have to tell you, this is my favorite part of the combine. From a scouting perspective, every time I walked into the ballpark, I'd always focus on my shortstops to begin with. I'd look at their footwork, I'd look at their body control, I look at their glove-to-hand transfer and how accurate their arms were. You know, we are an industry that loves arm strength, but it's the quickness of the ball out of the glove and it's the accuracy of the throw that's important. And I'm trying to see which of these players really check those boxes off for me.
Well, that exchange is something we can now measure thanks to StatCast, which is outstanding. In terms of metrics, obviously, we are going to focus on that arm strength, even though I agree it isn't the end-all be-all, and your shortstops are certainly the ones leading the way. Average of about 86.3 miles an hour on that max effort arm strength in 2023. Again, that's their top 10% of their throw, the absolute best of the best, and that doesn't even account for the guys like Ellie De La Cruz out here.
And, you know, it's really interesting, Sarah, if you watch the drill work that's being done. So they started balls at them, then they went the glove side, then they went to the open backhand side to really see what arm strength was, and then they finished with slow rollers, both the backhand slow roller and the ball they came in at, trying to see how they utilize their body and if they can throw from different arm angles. Let's take a look at the third base position. You know, when I think of third base, I think of Nolan Arenado. So I'm looking at first step quickness and body control and if they can throw from different angles. So in this drill, let's focus on that. When we turn to second base, look at angle reads. The best second basemen in the game, they've got great first step quickness and they've got great angle reads to the ball. Wow, that was an impressive round of infield play. Smooth in his transfers, footwork was outstanding, first step reaction and quickness to the ball, just tremendous. Accuracy, arm strength, really checked off every single box that an infielder has to show in this type of setting.
Welcome to day 2 of the MLB Draft Combine at Chase Field in Arizona. I'm Ben Gelman, and today we'll get to see some of the brightest prospects out there go head-to-head and put their skills on display to boost their draft stock. We are just about ready for baseball. And pitching in this game, Jimmy Hicks. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Now the left fielder, Jay Duncan. And the 1-1. Bounce to the right. Jackson. Tosses to first. One up, one down. Now it's the second baseman, Brian Jackson. He's got another chance now to prove he's not just an asset in the field. He can make some noise at the plate, too. That's ripped, and this one could be extra bases. Around second on his way to third. Headed for the plate. Relay, throw home. Not in time. Runner safe as a run scores. The lineup flips over. Here's a speed threat, Nigel Stanley. Runner in scoring position, nobody out. We're here in the top half of the third. This pitch popped up. Dunning under it. Brings it in for the out. And now, Diego Casto. 2-2 now. Fly ball left field. Makes the catch. Ronaldo Lockwood, the next to hit.
Hey, 2 down here. Nice game of catch here. Here we go.
And there's ball 4.
Ball 4.
Digging in, Roberto Davila. 0-2, rocks and fires. Chases that one out of the zone. The inning is over, and it could have been worse. 1 run in the... Now it's the right fielder, Cito Tachiki. Angeles over at first with 1 down.
1 out, 1 out. Hey, drive that pitch, huh? Here you go.
Lays down a bunt to the right side. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2.
Hey, you guys, no one better. Let's go.
Line drive for a base hit, right field. In to score the runner from third, and now they're up by 3. Batting order turns over, and here at the plate, Nigel Stanley.
1 down, 1 down.
Lefty from the stretch with runners on the corners. On the ground to second, might be 2. Tags the runner for 1. Throw to first, but not in time. The MLB Draft Combine is nerve-wracking for any young player, but it seems like he's been able to successfully block out the noise these past few days.
Here you go.
And that one fouled off. That was sizzling, but a foul ball. And I sure hope those fans over there were ready for it because it came fast. That one pulled foul. Kaiser on third. Pinto over at second. Levitt at first. 2 out. On the ground, right side. And it goes just foul. A laser into the outfield. And makes the grab. Here's the shortstop at the plate, Ronald Valencia.
Hey, nice and patient. Hit.
Now here's the 0-2. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Steps on the bag for 1. On the run, sends it over to first. Over to first, safe. So 2 down. Next up, Jim Dunning.
Hey, 2 away, 2 away. Hey, see it, drive it. Let's go.
Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Bounces this one to second, Jackson. In plenty of time to first. Inning over, but the damage certainly done. So they score 4 times in the inning, and they have evened it up again. No outs, runner at first. Here's the second baseman, Brian Jackson. Liner snagged it first, and they put the tag on him for the out. Runner at first with one gone. And the next batter, Jim Dunning. With the tying run at the dish, you're in the bottom of the seventh, just past the stretch. Out to short, and a base hit right there. They get it in quickly, so first and second now, one out. Now it's the second baseman, Brian Jackson.
Get ahead of him right here.
Swing, and that ball's smashed on a line. And that is out number 3. Get a run on 2 hit. He was a difference maker for them in this one. Nice effort to contribute to the win. It's day 3 of the MLB Draft Combine here in Arizona. Another chance for these young prospects to impress in a high-stakes environment. I'm Ben Gelman, and we're just about set for today's games to begin. Just about ready to roll. And our pitcher in this game, Mikey Collier. Not that I have any room to talk, but he's on the shorter side for a starting pitcher. That can present some challenges because the ball comes from a lower release point and it tends to flatten out in the zone. He'll need to have good command, work the corners, and maybe even mix up his timing to keep hitters off balance. And here's the first baseman, Mason McCormick. Ground ball right side, could be 2. Jackson tossed to second. They get the out, but the run scores on the twin killing. I know they got the run in there, but when you have runners on the corners with nobody out, you're hoping to throw up a crooked number. After the double play, they're starting from scratch. So digging in, Brian Jackson. He's got another chance now to prove he's not just an asset in the field. He can make some noise at the plate, too. Swing and a drive. Gets into the corner, but it's foul.
Tiger, kid.
This one is labeled. High bounce sends this one over the fence. That's an automatic double. And here at the plate, Nye Stanley.
Nobody down here. Let's go. We believe in you. Let her fly right here.
And there's ball 4. Next up, Diego Casto.
Hey, one time, right now, kid. Here we go.
On the ground to second, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Safe at first, they won't get them both, and the runner comes in from third. So up next, Ronaldo Lockwood. And the 1-1.
Ball.
This could be the action pitch right here with runners on and a hitter's count. 2-1 now. And another ball. Not sure I like that location. Pitcher might be better off busting him in on the hand so he can't extend and drive one. Roberto Davila in the on-deck circle. 3-1, couldn't come up with it. Roberto Davila getting ready to hit.
Hey, we got one.
Hey, here we go, big guy. Come on.
Rolled to short, possible 2-ball. Can't come up with it.
He's safe.
Come on, let him fly.
Line drive, base hit. So now back to the top of the order. Now it's the shortstop, Nigel Stanley. The 0-1 offering. Runner on the go. Pitches in for a strike. Throw to second, tag, and they get the out. Up next, the switch-hitting third baseman, Craig Gaines. Ground ball, right side, Jackson. 2 away.
He's out.
Oh, big dog right here, one time. Hey, we got 2 down now, 2 down.
Fouled off to the right.
Hey, let it rip, one time. Go behind.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a line drive, curling foul down the right side.
Here we go now, one at a time.
Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball, right side. McCormick takes it to first. Play made. That ends the inning.
Hey, we got one.
One down. Henry Chavez digs in now. And the right-hander deals. Scorched. That could be extra bases. And that one's getting into the corner. Into second base with 1 away as the go-ahead run. Here's the second baseman, Brian Jackson. Line drive to center field. Makes the catch. 2 runners left. Juan Reyes, the next to hit. The 3-1 offering. Rolled to short, could be 2. To second, that's 1, but no throw to first, just holds on to it. Kind of an average performance. It was a loss for the team, and he was... Hello and welcome to Day 4 of the MLB Draft Combine from the Desert. I'm Ben Gelman. One final opportunity for promising prospects to showcase their skills as draft day approaches. So 2 down. Now at the dish, Britt Gillette. Two outs and nobody aboard. Bounce to the right, Jackson. Slings to first. There in plenty of time, ends the inning. End of a half inning of play. We move on. So up next, Richard Piazza. Here's the 0-2 pitch. On the ground, 2 ball. Takes it to the bag for 1. They get 2. Here's the catcher, Jesse Berman. On the ground, left side, 6. Stanley to second. Double play, and that'll do it for the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left on base. Moving on now to the home half of the 3rd inning. No score. Now it's the second baseman, Brian Jackson. He's got another chance now to prove he's not just an asset in the field. He can make some noise at the plate, too. This one to right. Squeezes it. Runner tags up for 3rd. In safely at 3rd with 1 out. And now, Bill Siegel. And now the 1-2. On the ground to the right side, Jackson. There with plenty of time, inning over. It's 2 runs on 2.
One down. One down.
The MLB Draft Combine is nerve-wracking for any young player, but it seems like he's been able to successfully block out the noise these past few days. Line drive, that's a base knock.
Nice try, attaboy.
They fire it in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away. And now it's going to be Nigel Stanley.
Let's go, pitch to him. Come on, big guy. Seat up, drive it right back up the box. Let's go.
Grounder might be two. Glove flip to second. Over to first.
he's
Safe.
safe.
Good situational awareness and hustle there, knowing that a double play ends the inning. With the batter reaching first, they're still alive in this frame. Britt Gillette, the next to hit. 2 down and nobody aboard, and we're in the top half of the 6th. Lays out, but can't squeeze it. The throw is still in time, and they come away with an out after a tricky start to the play. Making it look easy at second, let's take another look at this one. That's gonna get you some high fives in the dugout.
Right here, let's go, kid.
Fouled off to the right. Trying to hold a 1-run lead here in the 3rd and final game of the series. This one is labeled. And that one hops the wall. He turns and heads for second. And now the tying run is into scoring position. So digging in, Nigel Stanley.
Let's go now. Hey, one pitch.
And the
Right
tying
here.
run
Come on
at
now.
second. Bounce to the left side. Valentine. That puts runners at the corners with 2 away. Diego Casto digs in now.
Here we go, kid. Hey, 2 here.
Hack and a miss. That's a strikeout. Very fired up after that and completely understandable. Huge spot here. Bottom of the 9th, down to their last out. And now, Brian Jackson, trying to deliver as the hero. Line drive, could be extra bases. Runner around third on his way home. Tying run is in to score from second. It's 2-2. Now a move being made at second base. On to pinch run, Franklin Reed. Jackson played well but couldn't lift them to a win. 3 hits, 2 of them for extra bases. Great game at the plate, and he's certainly made a difference for him. Nice job, even in defeat.
Every day like the first day, still get butterflies, oh yeah. Middle of the night, we all the way, baby, baby. Ain't no looking around in first place, so I love him even more in his worst day. He's always there for me, and I don't know why he don't ever give up, go beyond and above, yeah. But every time he does, I'm right back at her. I keep on falling in love. Baby,
With the 13th pick of the 6th round, the Chicago White Sox select Brian Jackson, a second baseman from the East region.
All right, so another player that we saw at the MLB Draft Combine, off the board in the middle rounds of this year's draft. What's the reaction here to this pick, starting with you, Sarah?
Well, this played a pretty good combine, but not the absolute best we've ever seen. I think there were some questions, but there's a lot of metrics that show there will be upside here. So I'm very excited to see how this player progresses through the minors.
Yeah, I agree with Sarah completely, Robert. There are some question marks, but I do see upside. What I also see is a really good floor for this individual player. And, you know, guys with good floors sometimes end up being some of the better players that come out of the draft.
Turn it up some. Yeah. I'm getting mail from jail, telling me to kill it. When they get out, I bring them around some. Should know be how I kick it. American Ninja, major motion picture, flipping my remote. Same way I do them, but she already know before she touch my Chevy dough. Real. Let me make it as clear as my windows. No square shall enter in the circle of winners. Know I'm prepared for whatever. You know what I've been through. Rear view, clear vision, memories of paid dues. Confined to a runway, thunderstorms came through. But look what it came to. Something that amazes you. Soon as you quit hating and hear what I gotta say to you. Baby blue souls, these white 1196. No retro car came with this. Same year, my Impala with the flow shift. Photo, suicide, muscle car, show foot. Shorty by the chalk, I light at Russell Stover. Wrong with her whenever I invite her over. Polo sweater, teddy bear, hanging off her shoulder. No hair over here, so we put it in the air. Walking around my house, say she wanna everywhere. That's cool, baby. But I just got that pool table.
All right, y'all. As y'all see, we got drafted by Chicago White Sox, and we're in the Double-A, playing for the Birmingham Barons. So we'll catch y'all in the next episode as we'll play our first game in the minors.